What if everything you've been taught about success was wrong? What if the hustle culture that glorifies stress, exhaustion, and endless effort was actually the thing holding you back? They told you to grind harder, to sacrifice sleep, to keep pushing, even when your body screams for rest and your mind teeters on the edge of burnout. You were made to believe that success belongs only to those who fight the hardest battles, stay the latest at the office, and wear their exhaustion like a badge of honor. But here's the truth. No one wants to admit that mindset might be the reason you're stuck. Let that sink in. All your striving, struggling, pushing, and there could actually be blocking the very things you're chasing. Now here's a question that could shift your reality. What if the real secret, the key to peace, success, love, even power, wasn't found in force, but in calm? Not just looking calm, not pretending. I'm talking about true internal calm. The kind of calm that doesn't flinch, even when the world is falling apart around you. That's not just some feel-good slogan. That's not a TikTok mantra. It's psychological truth. It's ancient wisdom. That's Stoicism. In today's world, being busy is glorified. We reward the overscheduled, the overcaffeinated, the overstimulated. We think doing more means being more. But deep down, society fears the calm one. Because calmness, real calmness, is power. Not the fake kind you show off on Instagram. Not a smile that hides anxiety. I'm talking about a presence so grounded, so steady, that it turns noise into silence and pressure into poise. It's the kind of energy that can stand still while everything around you is spinning. And here's the twist that most people miss. This kind of calm isn't about doing nothing. It's about the energy you bring while you do everything. You can be active, ambitious, busy, and still be calm inside. Because calm doesn't mean passive. It means powerful, centered, in control of yourself. Think about this. When's the last time you tried really hard to get something? Love, money, recognition. And the more you tried, the further it drifted away. That's not bad luck. That's energy. Here's the hard truth nobody tells you. The universe doesn't respond to how hard you try. It responds to how you feel as you try. And the energy of calmness is magnetic. Most people think manifestation is about vision, boards, and chanting affirmations by candlelight. They treat it like magic. But let's go deeper than pop spirituality. Let's talk about reality, because manifestation isn't about wishing. It's about alignment. Alignment with who you are, what you believe, and, most importantly, what energy you project into the world. And that's where Stoicism reveals its true power. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally intelligent. It's about training your mind to remain steady, so you're not tossed around by every external wave. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He wasn't imagining castles in the sky. He wasn't manifesting by dreaming from his throne. He was grounding himself in clarity, purpose, and a deep internal stillness, regardless of the storms. Outside, that's the part most people miss. Today, people chase. They beg. They attach. They worry. They try to force outcomes. And in doing so, they create a repelling energy, desperation. Here's the paradox. You can't attract what you're afraid to lose. If you need it too much, you block it. Why? Because your fear of not getting it creates resistance, and resistance is the enemy of flow. So what's the solution? It's not to stop dreaming. It's not to give up ambition. It's not to meditate your life away in a cave. It's to carry the right energy as you move, to act, but without attachment, to pursue, but without panic, to want, but not to need. Because when your energy is grounded, your life begins to align. You don't grow a tree by pulling on the leaves. You water it. You trust the process. You stay patient, stay aligned, and let life work with you, not against you. That's what calmness is. It's not absence of action. It's aligned action. free from tension, free from fear, and that's when magic happens. That's when people, opportunities, and ideas begin to flow in unexpected ways, because you're no longer chasing, you're attracting. So here's your challenge. Next time you're tempted to stress, to force, to panic, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what if calmness is the real currency of success? Because in a world addicted to urgency, the calm ones, they're the ones who win. Narrator, voiceover. Remember what we just uncovered. The real power doesn't lie in how hard you hustle, but in how calm you remain. And now, let's go even deeper, because here's something most people never realize. The one who desperately craves love rarely finds it. The one who constantly demands attention is often ignored. Why is that? Because neediness repels. It's almost like energy has a scent. People can smell when you're desperate, when you're starving for validation, when you're chasing something outside of yourself to feel whole. But then there's that one person in the room, the one who's not seeking, not pleading, not grasping. They sit in stillness. They laugh easily. They speak less, but their words carry weight. They're grounded, fulfilled, not because they have everything, but because they are everything they need. And strangely, things just seem to gravitate toward them. Opportunities, relationships, admiration, abundance. Why? Because they're not chasing, they're embodying. They radiate the very thing others are searching for. And let me be absolutely clear. This is not about being passive. It's not about sitting on the couch waiting for miracles to fall into your lap. It's about learning to act, but from peace, not panic, from clarity, not chaos. Because when you're peaceful inside, you don't just do, you decide. You don't react, you respond. You move through life with purpose, not pressure. The ancient Stoics, they weren't monks hiding in the hills. They were warriors, leaders, philosophers, people who lived through war, loss, and hardship. But they didn't let the world shake them. They were calm warriors, unshakable, steady, focused. And in that stillness was their strategy. Think about it. In war, who has the upper hand? The one who lashes out emotionally, or the one who waits, watches, anticipates? In chess, who wins? The one who moves fast, or the one who sees 5 steps ahead? Even in nature, the apex predator doesn't chase every movement in the grass. It observes, it waits. Then it strikes, decisively, effortlessly. That stillness, it's not laziness, it's precision. And in life, the person who can pause, breathe, and respond, instead of emotionally reacting to every trigger, is the one who always wins. That's how manifestation really works. You don't beg the universe. You don't shout into the void hoping something echoes back. You become so centered, so aligned, so tuned into the energy of what you want, that life itself begins to rearrange to match your frequency. You're not here to chase. You're here to become. But now comes the big question. What happens when life isn't easy? What do you do when your world is crashing in? When the bills are overdue? When your heart feels shattered? When you wake up and everything seems wrong? How do you stay calm then? It begins with one core truth. A truth so simple, yet so powerful, it can reset your entire mindset. Nothing outside of you can truly disturb your peace unless you let it in. You see, life will always throw challenges. You can't stop that. But you can control how you meet them. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So when you feel overwhelmed, anxious, angry, it's not just because life is hard, it's because your mind is resisting what is. It's fighting reality. It's saying, this shouldn't be happening. And in that resistance, you lose everything. You lose your peace. You lose your power. You lose your ability to think clearly. But the moment, the very second, you stop resisting and start accepting, everything changes. Now, let's make something clear. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means allowing life to be what it is, so you can move through it with grace. It means trusting that even if things look messy now, there's meaning behind the moment. Because in surrender, there is no resistance. And where there is no resistance, there is flow. Think of it like swimming in a river. You can thrash, fight, struggle, and exhaust yourself. Or you can trust the current, work with it, and let it carry you forward. That's what true relaxation is. Not a luxury, not an escape, but a portal to your higher self. Because in that state, when your nervous system is calm, when your breath is steady, when your mind is still, that's when the magic happens. That's when new ideas arise. That's when solutions reveal themselves. That's when people are drawn to you, without you even trying. Confidence becomes effortless. Charisma becomes natural. Manifestation becomes inevitable. Not because you forced it, but because you became the person who naturally attracts it. So, next time life shakes you, ask yourself, am I reacting from fear or responding from calm? Because in that choice is everything.